Hey there guys! Today I want to talk about learning. Most people say that when they finish formal education like school or college or university, that after that they find learning so much more fun because you're not being told what to learn or you're not being made to learn in a certain way. You get to do things your own way. It's very freeform. But I personally feel for myself that now I'm not in formal education anymore, I find it more difficult to learn new things. I feel that because I don't have teachers and like a syllabus and a curriculum and these kind of guidelines and guiding voices, I find it very difficult to motivate myself, to stay accountable. I feel like I'm kind of all over the place, so it makes it a lot harder for me. And it's annoying because I love to learn. I love to learn new things, I love to gain new skills and amass knowledge. But, you know, this has been kind of a roadblock for me. And I feel like there probably are some other people out there who feel the same way as me. Without those guiding voices, we kind of don't know what we're doing, and we kind of waffle about and don't really get anywhere in terms of learning new things. So I thought I would film a video, do a little bit of research, and just kind of try to create a little plan for the people who are no longer in formal education but still want to learn a lot of cool new things. Firstly, if you are the kind of person that feels like you need that typical traditional school structure, loads of like high schools, colleges, universities, or even just adult learning centres will provide you with classes and literally anything you could want to do. And the good thing about these classes is the timetable. A lot of the time it's evening or night classes, or it's part-time classes or weekend work, which is great because a lot of us are working full-time jobs, or we might have dependents, you know, we might have kids, things like that. So that makes it a lot harder to carve out this time to work and to learn new things. But these kind of classes and courses, they afford a lot more free time so that we're able to do all of the other things that we need to do, but we're also able to get learning. And these courses are usually very easy to find. It's usually just a thing of you could Google for classes in your area, you could go onto the websites of different schools, colleges, universities, because, you know, they'll have things like undergrad, postgrad, and they'll also usually have a tab that says weekend classes or part-time learning. And I know this is a thing in England, I don't know about overseas, but usually if you go to gov.org, there'll be a section for your city that talks about what the city council does, and one of the things the city council usually does is set up adult learning centres, maybe sometimes in libraries or in schools, and they will have on their website so many classes that you can learn, from like things that are arty like photography to things that are more business centred, to math, to science, to languages. So it really is just a case of doing a quick Google search or going down to a local college or university, because they do have all of these evening and weekend and like night courses out there, and the prices are usually very low. They usually have installment plans, so if it's a thing of cost and you can't pay up front, you can do it on like, say, a monthly basis. Sometimes they have free courses or free open days, so there is a lot of help out there if you're the kind of person that wants to get back into learning, but you need a more flexible timetable, but you also want that traditional school type environment. Another great way to go about learning and taking in classes is through a website called Skillshare. I should say this video is not sponsored at all. I'm just talking about Skillshare because I've used it quite extensively and I've really enjoyed it. Skillshare is basically like an online class. You have a subscription plan, you pay $15 or it's £11 a month, and you get access to a vast library of classes. So everything's online, so it's lots of videos, pictures, blog posts that will break down the subject that you are studying and give you kind of like assignments. And the good thing is you can do all of this at home. So all you have to do is open your laptop, carve out some time that day, and you can work on whatever skill it is that you want to work on. And all of the classes are taught by people who are experts in their field, and you can have some contact with those experts through, there's like a chat thing or like through emails, things like that, so you can still get that back and forth with your lecturers, but you can do it at your complete own pace. One really awesome thing about learning in this day and age in 2019 is that pretty much everything you could want to know is on the internet, especially YouTube. There are a ridiculous amount of videos from people who are either experts in their field or who have been doing a certain thing for a long time or who are really passionate about it. All of these videos are on YouTube. You can easily watch them whenever you want. Most of the videos are like 10 to 15 minutes long. Maybe they're part of a series or standalone videos, but they are really, really, really helpful. I've been watching loads of videos from people that know everything about sewing, because that's what I'm trying to get into at the moment. So I'm watching all of these videos, I'm getting a lot of great tips and hints. I can carve out time to do my learning whenever I want to. It's just a case of, having a pencil and a piece of paper, making lots of notes, and then applying that in practicality later on whenever I feel is right. And the best thing is there's no cost. You don't have to pay for anything. People are putting out all of this free information that you can use. It's so easy and it's so simple. Staying in the vein of technology, the next thing I want to talk about is apps. There are a ridiculous amount of apps to help you learn any skill. I, at the moment, am using Duolingo because I am trying to learn Spanish and French. Duolingo is completely free. You can study for like, say, 10 minutes a day. It tracks your progress. It's a really extensive course. And besides languages, there are so many other apps that provide you with learning in a myriad of other subjects. And the best thing is you can do it whenever. Like, everyone has a phone, or if you don't have a smartphone, you can get one for like £20. They're really cheap. So the best thing is it's cheap, it's on the go, it's easy, and it's usually free, or if there is some cost, it's usually very low. And lastly, this point is less about ways you can go about learning things, but it's about keeping yourself accountable. So I think the best thing to do is go to classes or use the apps or watch the videos with a group of friends. Because that way you can all encourage each other, quiz each other, and keep each other accountable. You can make it this fun thing you do so that learning doesn't become a chore, so you don't feel overwhelmed because you're sharing the load with other people. I think the best thing to do is get a study group together, find some friends that, all want to learn the same kind of things, and band together to lift each other up and get each other through this learning curve. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If there are any cool things that you want to learn, talk about them in the comments below, because I love learning and I want to know what everyone else wants to learn. And please like this video because that would really help me out, and subscribe to my channel for all of my other content. Okay, bye!